Hello friends, and welcome back to 60 Parsecs. I know that I haven't really uploaded recently because it's been absolutely boiling hot in my room and my computer being on doesn't really help. Plus in the fact that obviously my ankle is still really like in a lot of pain, so it doesn't help. Like all of yesterday, all I did was sleep because unfortunately when I get too hot, all I tend to really do is like shut down and like just sleep the day away, which is exactly what I did yesterday. But anyways, we are going to continue our adventure. In the last episode, I don't even remember what day we made it to, but we obviously didn't, survive. But it didn't survive that long anyway. So survival, the survival experience, surviving your escape shuttle with randomly generated supplies and crew. The full game experience, evacuate the exploding station and survive with the supplies and crew you collected. Or missions, the strategic experience, survive while facing different challenges that will put your leadership skills to the test. Most achievement and statistics are disabled. Okay, I'm gonna do a Voyager because I like the idea of, I'm gonna go with her, because I like the idea of like, doing the whole experience of the game. Okay, I didn't do very well. I only got 3 crew members. I don't even know how much soup I got. Wait, do you have to worry about water in this game? I don't think you do. I think it's only 60 seconds that you have to worry about water and soup. I didn't get that much stuff anyway. I think I'm gonna fail. Day 10 dies. Hey Astro, computerized assistant reporting for duty. You must be April, right? I am pleased to announce that according to my data, you qualified to become the captain of this vessel. Welcome aboard the escape shuttle, captain. Right, as usual, I am not going to... I'm not gonna read absolutely everything because most of it's repetitive. Almost dumped my drink off the desk. Right, so Captain, since you've just taken command, the protocol dictates a speech that must be given. A good one. Scratch that. A great one. The crew's eyeing you anxiously. Time to show your true colours is now. This is it. You can really show what breed of captain you will be on this incredible journey. What kind of speech will you give? I'm going to give this one because apparently I got 2 marks on that. So I'm going to do a new day. So I've skipped several days, as you can see, as we're now on day 16. Yesterday on day 15, the computer said that he found like this planet that we could possibly land on, but it seemed really stormy. It didn't seem like really safe, and apparently the heat signatures were quite high. So I kind of thought, because obviously heat signatures will be pretty high, dehydration would come into it, therefore they'll be eating soup quite a lot. So I just said don't land there because it sounds too dangerous, and we're just gonna like keep heading on until we find like somewhere else to land. But anyways, it says here, Captain, the planet we passed yesterday is now barely visible against the dark canvas of space. Conditions on its surface were a bit questionable, so I can see why you chose not to risk a crash landing. Our resources won't last forever, however. It would be wise to land somewhere before things get nasty in the shuttle cabin. I will let you know as soon as I clock a visible landing spot. Okay, now everybody's hungry. I will probably feed them either tomorrow. We are experiencing minor technical difficulties with the communications console. In other words, we are completely deaf and blind. I cannot pinpoint the origin of this malfunction, but I am registering an intensifying tonal signal. Captain, it's a bomb. The countdown will be over soon. Do something, Captain. Well, there's nothing I can do. I've got like nothing to give. Okay, so I'm going to give all of us a ration. I know I said I was probably going to feed them tomorrow anyway, but I didn't really want to risk it. Okay, when you sat down in front of the communications console, which was about to explode, and just folded your arms, my processor froze for a second. That was highly illogical, suicidal even, and yet we're still here. How did you know it was not going to blow up, Captain? Captain, this is not the first time an incident like this has happened. So space travel can be dull, but there are still tons of ways to make your own fun. Trust me, I live in a computer. Let's design a game. Okay, so we can still design a game, blah, 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 blah. We'll do it around a shovel. We'll see what we go from there. Probably won't get very far as a shovel, for instance. Okay, you designed your game around a shovel. The core mechanic of the game was tag. You being a captain, you were always it. You chased the rest of the crew around the shuttle trying to smack them in the head. You played until no one wanted to play with you anymore. Still, the mood on the shuttle lightened. He could be the one to my zeros. He's the signal to my noise. I've been transmitting with an abandoned shuttle I spotted nearby. He has just agreed to meet me. Yes, I meant us. I meant us. You have to say yes, Captain. He's drifting and has no crew, so he offered to share his resources. Just one problem. He's a communist. Oh, communist even. He believes we are too. He blinded me with his thrusters and it just came out. I'm sorry, what? He's not a bad shuttle though. He just wants us to take pride in the computations we do. If you want his resources, we will have to go along with this. Share a common soup with him. Tell him you're very social and love the party. Please, Captain. Aww, my little computer found love. Okay, we'll do it, and we'll see where this takes us. Tom is no longer loyal to us because the captain kind of thought that, thought she was hearing like some kid on board, like some kid crying. Turns out there was actually no one in it. It was just audible hallucinations because of obviously the nuclear war and everything. But anyways, thank you for agreeing to fly to the abandoned shuttle and for pretending to be a communist. It meant a lot to me. I think it was your willingness to share soup that sold it. Thank you for not rushing me. I could have shared data with him for hours. When we docked into his bay and he sent input into my algorithms, time slowed down and I think I counted in base 8. We both agreed to part ways as friends. This is space after all. He was very generous with his resources, so you have nothing to complain about. So we've got 40 plus, whatever that is. Okay, I have bad news and I have bad news. Which one do you want first? The bad news is the crafting module blew up a bit. It will take a couple of days to fix it. Also, Tom blew up. Sending him to stop the explosion was a bad idea. Captain, I am almost certain there is a traitor among us. Tom says he's glad to have you as his captain. Is he? I literally just sent him to go like get blown up and he's just like, oh yeah, I love that you're my captain. We're landing. So I found like an organic place to like land. It's low in oxygen, but the air in it is breathable. And apparently there's life on here, but like not life as we know it, if that makes any sense. Right, so the concept was fine. You dove under the console with the lighter, trying to illuminate the dark nest of twisted wires. When you flipped open the lighter, it turned into a pandemonium, which involved burning your own hand, cursing loudly, hitting your head on the desk while attempting to stand up, then falling on top of the control panel and pressing random buttons with your butt. While you flailed around like a headless chicken, Deedee stepped in. She whizzed past you, plugged in a random cable and grabbed the controls, steering the shuttle between sharp rocks towards relatively safety. It was not a soft landing. Nobody is doing great after this stunt, not even me. I'm shaken to my cores. Yes, all of them. Your face had a pretty unpleasant close encounter with our communicator module, and at least one of these things is useless now. Considering fixing it if you want to avoid radio silence in the future. What's next, Captain? Maybe you could use the information I found while scanning the environment. There are robotic units not far from here, but my scan detected very few aggressive signatures. I think these are peaceful automatons. Most of them. Perhaps they can be of help to you, and in case you perish, at least I'll have company, so it's a win-win situation. Okay, so everyone's hungry, as I could see from the bottom there. Great, our communication thing's like out. Captain, we were able to detect transmissions of unknown origin. Unfortunately, the communications console was damaged during landing. Okay, well then fix it up then, we'll use that. Deedee, what are you doing? Captain, crewmate Dawkins is violating protocol. She is attempting to override my memory storage. This is... Oh no, Captain. She is the traitor who has been sabotaging all of us. Deedee's lifeless eyes rest upon you, showing no emotion, no remorse, nothing. She reaches for that dead face and removes it like a mask, revealing her true nature. She is a robot. You're a damn robot, you shout, surprised. You're a mistaken human scum. I am a damn android. Time to die. She corrects you with contempt, so typical of her high-level synthetic life forms and dipsticks. Captain, we cannot let that android, insult us or tamper with our equipment, even if I suspect it of being my distant relative. Stop her. Okay. We'll light her on fire then. We've got no soup. Great. Lovely. She disappeared. A lot of things are flammable, and damn androids are probably one of those things. He put this to the practical test by throwing your lighter at robot Deedee. It sure worked. The android is no more, although no one expected the barbecue-like smell. To my knowledge, you are the universe's first robot Terminator. Of course, we know almost nothing about this galaxy, so perhaps you are that number person to retire an android. Anyway, good riddance. I never liked that gal. Deedee met her doom outside of the comfy confines of the escape shuttle. There wasn't enough time to say our goodbyes. Deedee kicked the bucket. Tom appears weak. He's getting worse by the hour. Captain, consider crafting a first aid kit and sharing it with him before it's too late. But isn't this still... Oh, Christ. Great! He died. Tom rushed to decode the Pulse's message, but the cipher proved too complex to solve. The message suddenly ceased. Oh no, was it a countdown? Tom was hit by a targeted ray of something. He kneeled over and died of extreme radiation poisoning. It was like getting hit by lightning, but much worse. And in space. An extremely unlikely and extremely awful death. Was it because he failed to solve the code? You are still facing starvation, Captain. Eat something before it's too late. Tom is no more. His wounds were just... too much. Okay, so he died of radiation, and I've still got to craft that, and I haven't got any soup to give you. I'm gonna die. This is probably gonna be the last day. Interesting news, Captain. It appears that there is a hollow space behind one of the wall panels. A hidden room, maybe. A secret stash. It would be worth checking out. What's your approach to finding out what's behind the panel? Muscle. Doing pretty well. I'm on day 35. I'm pretty sure I only got to day 30 on the last one, but I'm not too particularly sure. Right. We acted swiftly, removing the toxin from each and every surface. I didn't even know we had that much disinfectant on hand. You look like a poster child from the Astrocism program, driving and singing as you were cleaning. The toxin finally wore off and the smelling salts kicked in, but I recorded the whole act for posterity. I promise it will make you famous. The dismantling of the supersized tic-tac-toe game in progress was a success. Whoever abandoned it was nowhere to be seen, and you returned with quite a hefty load of minerals. Yes, they were a bit hard to carry to the ship being ginormous and all, but you've performed splendidly. That'll teach them to leave their toys lying on the floor, or planet service in this case. I'm sure nobody will mind. Made it to day 50. Oh god, you did not do anything to address the horde of robotic yard penguins that surrounded the shuttle and instead chose to ignore them. The shuttle was reinforced still. There was no way they could get in, right? Wrong. Those little bastards were stronger than they looked. While they couldn't get inside the shuttle, they were able to roll it over a few times. No one was hurt, but some items were damaged. Okay. Awesome. Great to know. Am I hungry? Yes, we are. Right, okay, so warning, we have a breach. The ship is about to be contaminated. I'm engaging all the emergency protocols available, but my efforts appear to be useless. This contamination cannot be avoided. You have to protect yourself, Captain, before it's too late. I have nothing to protect myself with. So I'm going to assume I'm dead. Or not. Oh well. Dying. Haven't you heard, Captain? This ship got contaminated, so please explain to me in a way that a humble AI like myself could understand why you would not protect yourself. Because I'm on the verge of death anyway, and I can't do anything with that, can I? So, okay, here we go. Give me this. Right, so I'll do that. I'll feed myself. Although I'm pretty sure I'm going to die in a minute. There we go. I knew it. Right, so you were out of ideas for dealing with... now I've only just got the medication that I needed. Great. You were out of ideas for dealing with the robotic mosquitoes that invaded the shuttle, so you decided to just sit and wait it out. The insects were irritating, yes, but relatively harmless. The constant buzzing was the biggest annoyance, but the mosquitoes, apparently not finding what they were looking for on board the shuttle, eventually left. You welcomed the silence. So I died. Great. You perished, but I made it to 51 days, which I do believe is a lot longer than I did in the last time. I want to see if I am able to see. I think, you know, on the main menu you got that little board. I think you can kind of see like how many adventures you've done and which one you lasted the longest. Never mind. No, you can't. And I got achievements. I was getting a ton of achievements at the bottom here, like almost nearly every day I was getting some sort of achievement. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this episode here. I'm not too sure if I'm going to continue this series onto 5 episodes. I might just do one more because I don't know if I want to keep going until I actually win the game, because it just so happened that 60 seconds I managed to do it in 5 episodes. But anyways, Again, I do apologize for like how messy I look. It is extremely hot in my room, and I just kind of wanted to play something quite simple that doesn't require too much energy because it's just boiling hot in here. But anyways, if you did like this episode, if you did like this video, please click that like button down below. And while you're there, please click that subscribe button so you're told when my next 60 Parsecs video is uploaded. Bye!